I wanted to thank him, and I tried to call a number because I didn't know he was in Canada, and I tried to call, but no one replied. Then I wrote a beautiful letter to him to thank him that this is what happened, and I thank you.
Good for you.
And then I managed to, after 8 months, I gave up already. I thought it's my mind playing up, I thought. Then I rang that number again, and I managed to speak to someone, and then finally got to speak to him. And just spontaneously I said, can I see you? Can I meet you? And he said, I'll be in Pune. He said, I'll be back in India, and I'll call you. And I thought, he's not going to call me. I didn't believe, But he did leave a message on my answering machine, and I bought a ticket. I've never ever gone alone, solo, anywhere. And I went there, and I stayed 1 week at his private home. And he tested me and did, cutting the ego, I guess, And then one day he just said, in my lifetime, he was talking about his lifetime, deliberately to get me to wake up, right? And he said, I was so fortunate from young. My father, he said, was very spiritual. I met 5 enlightened beings in my lifetime. And he met Baba Sawan Singh. And he said, he must have been about in his mid-20s. And he said, when he went to see Baba Sawan Singh, and Baba Sawan Singh, he spoke to him for 1 hour and put his arm around him and took him to the door, when he was leaving, and told him, you don't need to worry ever. You don't need to worry, you're fine, But of course, I didn't know any of this, And then when I was leaving the last day, he gave me some almonds to eat, obviously blessed. I didn't know anything. We get prasad, which we call prasad, blessing in the temple. But, this thing about blessed food and blessing, I didn't know. I was born in Malaysia. I didn't know anything. Zero.
Okay.
So he gave me that, and he also said to me, you will get, it's called knowledge, is it? Spiritual knowledge, he said. It's called in Indian Gyan. Gyan. Jnana or Gyan. And he said, you'll get that. And he said, and you'll live for 100 years. And I just said, no, I don't want to live for 100 years. Because we have heard our parents say they don't want to live for 100 years. He just kept quiet. And then he also, another third thing he told me. Yeah. And then when I came back, and I thought, now what? What am I going to do? Where? What? And so I went to there's a bookshop in Melbourne, where I come from. And he... and then... There's a Theosophical Society, that Madame Blavatsky and all those books and all spiritual books are in that bookshop. And I went there and I thought, look, I'm just going to continue reading. I spent about an hour looking for books, which one I'm going to read. And I picked 3 books. And all 3 books, Master, said Living Master. The word Living Master was in there. And one of them was from the Santmat, from Baba Sawan Singh, one of the books, Baba Sawan Singh's books. And the other one was, I think it's written by someone called Mikhail, and I picked that book up. That one is a spiritual story, a really good story about meeting enlightened being. And another third one. So all 3 had Living Master in it. So it was message coming through. And then about 6 months after I had met Dr. Santok Singh, I meet someone in a nut shop. And who was crazy. he was buying, it was wholesale nuts. And he was wearing a photo of yours, Master's photo. And the owner of the shop asked him, who is that woman? And I was so cheeky from the back in the queue. And I said, must be his wife. And he turned around and said, no, that's my master, light and sound master. And I started asking him, And so I said, what is light and sound? Can you tell me? And then he could see that I was interested. He said, come to our center. And he went to his car and he spent a long time. He was a CP2 at the Melbourne Center. So I must have an affinity, and he was from Malaysia too, So it's funny, how affinities. Anyway, he went and got me the Key to Enlargement book. Went home and I straight away read it, like from
front to back. And I called him, I want to meet this master. Where is she? Where can I meet her? And he just went quiet. He said, you just come to our center. I think you were in a retreat at that time. But he didn't, he thought I wouldn't understand any of that. Just come to the center. So that was, and I am so full of gratitude to that man as well, to him as well, and everyone, but to that elevated being that I went and saw. I'm so thankful, so thankful. I think Dr. Santokh Singh, I can never, and because I felt gratitude. When I was reading the scriptures, I felt so much gratitude. It was unbelievable. And so much, thank you. I could feel the sky and it wouldn't be enough, that sort of thing. So thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
Because I think I didn't know anything. And so I think he also knew he could only help me to a certain, and then...
You have to go further.
Yes. I think he needed, and he blessed me to meet you. 100%. 100, 200, 500%.
84,000. 84,000.
Yeah, 84,000.
500 is okay. This is one of the numbers in India, very famous. 500, 2,000, 8,400. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, for your story. Good storytelling. Yeah, very, very interesting.
That's a lot.
Because it's so special.
I want to give you this, but it's not right.
Oh, thank you so much, Master. Thank you.
Thank for your story.
Oh, thank you. It's all
Gratitude
to you.
Every being helps you one step further.
Yes,
okay?
every single
Even
person.
Animals.
Yes.
Animals.
Yes.
They give you messages, but sometimes you don't get it.
No.
Sometimes, like if there may be some certain places that you stay suddenly are infested with, with insects or something. They just want you to get out of there, Then you need to go somewhere else better, something like that. Yeah. So every being helps you some way. They have some, okay? Even mosquitoes and all that, they do give you messages. Your message is very strong. The message from mosquitoes very strong.
And after I got initiated, Master, I can't keep my mouth shut. Anybody I meet, I'm talking about Master, and this and that. And some people, they just think that I'm crazy.
Yeah. I know that. The beginner is always like that. Yeah? Especially beginner. You can't stop it. You can't keep
It's just too much, like you're so happy. So I see that in you too.
You want the whole world to know it.
I'm
But the whole world just say, wow. Hang on, man, hang on.
I'm so happy, Master. Like I'm having a party inside right now, but I'm just like relaxing. Trying to chill so you can eat, Master. Eat in peace. Yeah. Just relax. Yeah. Just relax.
We look at him and we can see he's just oozing with all this energy.
He's sitting inside.
Yes.
You know the happiness in the business. That's a good inside. Become, man. Not a rapping time. Become. Yeah. It's just like that with everybody, yeah? We're happy because our soul is free. At the time, after initiation, your soul is free. So all your body understands that message. All your cells and everything just got that and said, oh, hurrah, I'm free now, yeah? So you just cannot control it. You feel just so full and so overflowing inside. You don't know what is what, yeah? It's good like that. Good. That means your soul got it. Okay, guys, I have...
You have given on. You've taken up so much of your time, your precious time.
I'm happy.
Thank you for retreat.
No, I'm happy to spend time with good people. I'm also happy. I feel sorry for myself that I have to leave. Not sorry that I have to stay here. Understand me? And just like I love my dog so much, I keep apologizing to them every day, every night, or every time I can. I hug them and say, sorry, I don't have a lot of time for you, but I love you forever. And you always in my heart, and things like that. And at night they sleep, they just want to hang around more, but I have to carry them, some of the people, carry them to their bed, and they look at me like, why, the eyes, why? I want to be there with you. I'm sorry, really, I'm really sorry. And in fact, I'm sorry for myself. And I don't have time to spend more with such loving energy, loving deeds, Of course, loving energy is fine, but with them also, you just feel love from them. And you feel so comfortable with them. And the way they love you, they make you feel like you don't want anything else, Of course, you don't like it when you leave that kind of feeling, You have to go on and bother yourself in some other things. It doesn't give you that much good energy. Yeah. So I actually tell them I'm sorry, but I'm more sorry for myself. So I told them that. I say, I would really like to spend more time with you. We sleep together, or eat together, play together. That would be very, very, very comfortable for me. Yeah, but I can't, so I just have to go. I say I have to work for all the beings, all the humans, or the animals who need help, okay? That's why I have to go to work, but I'm so sorry for myself also that I don't have the fortune to be more with you and you're cuddling and enjoying your love, and your adoration, your pure heart and stuff like that. So if I leave, I'm sorry, okay? So for me.
You've given us a lot.
All right. See each other some other time.
Thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very sorry. Yeah, I don't like this world because of that. Because every party has to end, and I don't like it. In heaven, we don't have to end. We can be together all the time. Okay. All of you, huh? Yeah. See you around, huh? See you around, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Old and new, young and old. Hey. You sing so good, huh? You should be a band, huh? Iggy band, like the SMTV Iggy band. They changed the song Quantum Armera. I love you, Master. Bye, guys. Thank you, Master. I love you guys. Let's put it back. 我应该动手了。谢谢师傅。谢谢啊，谢谢师傅。谢谢师傅，拜拜。谢谢，拜拜。